So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back today with some more PES 2015 action. And we're going to be having a little bit of discussion time about the future of PES and really what Konami have done this year to try and go back to the roots. Now, I haven't shown these two teams, well, I have shown them, but I haven't shown Athletic Bilbao or me playing as them taking on Bayern Munich. So I'm hoping I get absolutely smashed here. I haven't played PES in a couple of days, obviously been playing FIFA a lot, getting my hands on that game, and hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. But today's all going to be about PES. I wanted to put a little bit more about it and show some videos because obviously I don't want to neglect putting anything out. But I wanted to really talk and discuss about the game this year. Is it arcadey? Is it simulation? There's a lot of people that will think it's one or the other. And for me personally this year, I feel it is more of an arcadey simulation. You know, it's arcadey this year, more opposed than last year. Now, is that a good thing? Yes, personally, because the fun factor is now back to where it should be. Last year, it was more a simulation purely because it was slower and players we know were unresponsive and it was just a nightmare overall. But it didn't make the game fun. It didn't make it enjoyable. It just made it overly frustrating. Now, this year, I've put quite a bit of hours into the demo, played quite a few games. And my opinions have changed quite a bit. First of all, I said that AI wasn't that great. They didn't keep the possession, but, you know, they do. You know, watching right now, Bayern Munich doing a good job of just trying to pass it around, but they look a lot better than last year. It looks like many teams are going to play, dictate the way they play, change the way they play. And hopefully we'll have some really interesting matchups to come in Master League. But why have Konami gone for this approach? Now, a lot of people have been comparing it to PES 6. And I would say rightly so, because PES 6 was a fast-paced, action-packed game that was enjoyable to play. And this very much reminds me of that. It's responsive again, which of course, oh, nice bit of play here. This could be a chance. This is a live commentary, by the way, guys, so excuse me if I play pretty bad. But yeah, last year, or PES 6 was just fun to play. Pick up and play, enjoyable, but you could also sort of master the game and become very good at what you do, which is the same as this year. Let's have a go from distance here. Wasn't a bad effort. And that's what they brought back this year, the fun factor. I don't think anyone really cares if it's simulation or arcadey, as long as it is enjoyable to play. Now, for those interested, I'm recording this and also recording my voice on the PlayStation 4. So that's why I may sound a little bit different to some of my other commentaries. It's purely because recording on the PS4 is just a little bit different. You can't actually change the sound volume. Front ribbery, good challenge there as well. Now, the defending on this game is okay. It's kind of difficult. It does get a little bit harder when the AI start doing stuff and you want to try and get the ball off them. Here we go, cutting inside, but you just have to kind of master it. It's different to FIFA. FIFA, there is probably more freedom when it comes to defending. You have more options. But it's harder to get the ball off the AI in FIFA on Legendary and stuff because you just can't get the ball off them. They're ridiculous at keeping possession. And that's something that does frustrate me. We've got a yellow card here. Ribéry flying to the ground. Now, a lot of people have also asked me, well, what do you prefer? You like PES this year or do you prefer FIFA? And I both think they have their pros and cons. I would very much say this year, if I was to compare it to anything, let's play some nice 1-2 intricate football. Go on, son, you're in on goal. Oh, good save by Casillas. Not say Casillas there, but Neuer patting away. But I very much compare it to racing games. If we're talking about simulation and arcade, I would say that FIFA is more of the equivalent of, say, Gran Turismo or Forza. You know, there's simulation in there, and if you want to change it, that's a goal, surely. Oh, it's just wide. If you want to change the sliders on FIFA and make it very, very simulation, you can do that. So I would say that is more like Forza, more like Gran Turismo, whereas PES this year, very much more like Grid or Need for Speed. It's quick, it's arcadey, it's pick up and play, it's enjoyable. Now, what am I having more fun with? I'd probably say PES, if I'm being honest with you. I've just enjoyed it. Surely this time, another terrible finish. Still learning the ropes on the old finishing front, because advanced shooting is pretty much broken from outside the box. There's Robin. This is where it's dangerous. Oh, great save. But just like there, quick counter from one end to the other. Minutes ago, I should have scored, and then Bayern Munich come back the other way. Now we'll start trying to counter-attack once again. It's too much. Well, what's disappointed me about FIFA this year, though, is there's a lot of errors in the game, a lot of bugs. Oh dear, Robin. Yeah, there's 1-0. But there's a lot of bugs in the game, which I wasn't expecting. I mean, EA does do it every year. So there is bugs that are there, but some of the ones I've seen, you know, goalkeepers, they spoke and spoke and spoke about how goalies have been enhanced. They've been tweaking them for years. They've improved the positioning. Their brain has been fully developed. And I've seen some horrible errors that, to be honest with you, I would have seen in PES 2014 last year. That's how bad some of them have been. And then we have the stoppage time bug, where every single stoppage time is 5 minutes, which clearly they haven't been testing that either. So as much as FIFA has the animations and it has this and that and the other, it has the licenses, it looks pretty, but there still is problems with it. And the gameplay is what matters. Anyway, there's half-time. We're back in the second half to discuss some more. So we'll get the second half underway. See there, Bayern Munich have decided to go defensive now. See if they manage to change their ways. I just think one thing that personally for me, that I've always enjoyed over PES than FIFA, is that you always have a chance on PES. You don't feel like you're manipulated by the AI. You don't feel like you're cheated out of a win. If you've seen some of my FIFA videos, or the last one that I put out with Burnley scoring in the 90th minute, I knew that was going to happen. It was on Legendary. We know what Legendary do, and it's just frustrating and annoying when they do that. But on PES, most of the time, if the AI score a goal, they've worked for it, they've deserved it, or you've made an error and it's your own fault. Now, I also posted on Twitter about how I thought PES's AI was better this year. And I just feel it is, because let's see what Bayern Munich do here before we get into that. Ribery, need to make a challenge on him here. I'll tell you what, that's a good goal, but there's awful defending. And there's an example of, if you can't defend, you're not going to do very well. Very nice, Ribery, very nice. Probably should have closed him down here. I'll let him cut inside. Good feet by him. And he's bent that in from there. Keeper could have maybe saved it. I don't know. Either way, it's in the back of the net. But the AI, it is a dispute. And I'm going to put a video out showing the two AIs, basically, comparing, contrasting the difference between FIFA's AI, oh come on, losing possession all the time, FIFA's AI and PES AI. On CPU though, watching the computer play, see how the two teams play and if one is a lot better than the other. Because AI is important, guys. At the end of the day, if the computer, the CPU is rubbish, cheating, scripted, boring, it's just no fun to play. It's as simple as that. Well, let's try and get a goal back here. I'm playing awful. As I've said, I haven't played PES in a couple of days. Is he onside? Trying to cut back inside. Thomas Müller. Munyain, however you say his name. Has to deliver that one in. There's one back. Nice little cheeky header. Sasueta working it down that left-hand side. See the run there he makes from the back post. It's a great run. It's a great run. That wouldn't have happened last year. They would have just stood there and done absolutely nothing. So 2-1. I still think there should be another difficulty, though. I believe this really, for me, should be top player. And then superstar should be just a level above it. I'm not talking about cheating AI, as I've said. I'm talking about just the AI is maybe more clinical, smarter, not difficult to get the ball off necessarily, but they just play better overall. We've got about 20 minutes here. Chance, it's a good challenge. Let's get things rolling. Chance to counter-attack. Well, that's not where I wanted it to go. Sometimes the passes do go a little bit astray. I've actually tried playing on full manual. I turned all bars off. And it does play a good game of football, but let me tell you, it's pretty darn difficult to try and keep the ball. I respect anyone who can play FIFA on manual and actually do well on a very high difficulty level, because it's just very tough. It's a lot of practice. Some people like to play like that. Personally, I just don't have the time to sit down and try and master that kind of difficulty. I know no one online is going to play like that, unless, of course, you want to play just against those kind of people. Playing all the wrong passes here. Here's Müller. It's a good challenge. Frank Ribery. I was a little bit disappointed, or Frank Ribery, sorry, Robin. I was a little bit disappointed that they got rid of the ability to barge players out the way this year. And also the fact that you no longer can shoot with a low shot. I was pressing triangle, trying to maybe think that you could do that again this year, where you could shoot the ball low and hard. For some reason, they've decided to take that out of the game. Company's always making changes that I don't agree with. Here's Alaba. Swings that one in towards the near post. Just wide by the Frenchman. Not really known for its heading. Five minutes to play. We need a goal. You can play some lovely one-touch football, but the reason why I say PES is arcade is because some of the goals I've seen, 20, 30 passes leading to a goal, 1-2 touch football. I mean, that doesn't happen in the real world. That's a terrible pass. You don't see many teams doing 1-2 touch football with 30 passes. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because PES is a video game. This isn't the real world. And that's the whole point. Ribery's all on his own in the back post. If Robin can see him, he decided not to, though. Oh, that's shocking defending. Oh, he's offside anyway, luckily. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Just discussing PES, really. My thoughts about what I've played, what I'm looking forward to. Blabbering on a little bit. So into the final few seconds. Didn't play particularly well in this video. That's a great challenge. That's not a great challenge, apparently. Well, you be the judge. You got the ball there. Ball and the man. It's a good, solid British challenge. Oh, deflected off the line. Maybe one last chance for them to try and sneak another one. I hope there is the full-time whistle. Has finished Athletic Club 1, Bayern Munich 2. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe for more. We'll be back with some more FIFA action, Q&A Sunday, and everything else. But until next time, take care.